Well, if you've been following my Milano build over the last several years, you'll know that the 3-liter engine management system on this car is sort of a hodgepodge of tons of different vehicles. It's based on a Motronic 1.1 system from a mid to late 80s BMW 3 Series on the M20 engine. It's got various other parts. I've done a conversion to a mass airflow sensor. That probably is from I think it's from a Jag. It's a 3-inch mass airflow sensor. The idle control valve's probably from a Saab. It looks like one from a Saab. But anyway, there's all sorts of various different hodgepodge parts contained within this system to make it all work and come together. I, of course, tune it with my laptop and everything on the fly with my Ostrich emulator. But anyway, I've finally sort of finished off the engine management. There was a long time where I just got it all tuned and road tuned. I did even a little bit last year because I every year I do a little bit more tuning just to fine tune it up and get it perfect. But I've sort of put the ECU together now. I've burnt the final tune onto the 27C256 chip and thrown it all back together. And it's sort of, I was sick and tired of the ECU hanging out in the footweller. But anyway, today we're sort of putting the last piece on after all these years. This is the part number that I decided to go with. It was pretty much just a cheaper one on Rock Auto. I think there's only a couple options anyway. Not a super common thing that people bother to add on or replace. And because this is from a BMW system, the BMW has a cylinder ID sensor. You can see that I've, again, hodgepodged this together really quick just to make sure it works. And basically what this allows the ECU to do, and I've plugged it in. I've unplugged it for some testing, but what it allows the ECU to do is fire the injectors instead of all 6 in batch fire. It allows it to fire 3 by 3. So it does, on the BMW, it does, 153 and then 624. But because the Alpha has a different firing order, when I built my injection harness, I obviously put the correct firing order for the Alpha V6 so that the same 2 banks would be fired if the sensor was operable. So I've thrown that on. Again, I had to rip, so I had some old shitty ones, spark plug wires hanging around, so I just quickly hodgepodge that together, slip the sensor on, and make sure it did work. The best way to tell is to take a little stethoscope, throw it on the injectors, and you can hear the injectors fire. And with the sensor plugged in, you get obviously less frequent pulsing. Obviously, it's going to be pulsing half as much. So as far as I'm concerned, that is a success. I'm glad that it's all wired and working properly. So now at this point, I just have to figure out how this is. It has to go on spark plug wire number 5, based on the firing order. It's a complex reason why, but just don't ask. But it has to go on a cylinder number 5 on this Alpha V6. So I have the original spark plug wire. The wire doesn't really come out of this end seemingly very easily. So I need to sort of figure out how to take apart these really, really expensive and new spark plug wires without destroying them so that I can get this sensor slipped on. And this is just a magnetic inductive sensor with a standard junior timer plug on it. So yeah, last piece is going together. I just got to figure out the logistics of getting that wired up, and then we'll be good to go. We'll be 7% better on fuel economy, which is going to be good because this is actually already pretty damn good on fuel as it is. I'm averaging 9.6 liters per 100 kilometers. So really good on that built engine. So we'll be even a little better now. Anyways, a few more winter projects coming along with the cooling system on this car. A couple other farting around things that I'm doing. So keep you updated as I go. But later.